In recent years, the widespread influence of media and technology has facilitated the rapid emergence of individuals claiming to be prophets or enlightened leaders, luring many into their webs of deceit. These so-called false prophets exploit people's hopes and fears, preying on the vulnerable to gain power, money, or fame. Today, we'll delve into the rise of these wolves among us, exploring who they are and how we can protect ourselves from falling victim to their manipulation. The phenomenon of false prophets is not new. History is rife with charismatic figures who have misled masses with promises of salvation or prosperity. What has changed, however, is the medium through which they operate. Social media, podcasts, and online forums have given them unprecedented access to global audiences. These platforms are where they cast their nets, seeking those in search of meaning, comfort, or community. A common trait among false prophets is their ability to speak convincingly, often blending truth with fiction in such a seamless manner that it becomes challenging to separate one from the other. They present themselves as bearers of unique wisdom or divine insight, often claiming to have a direct line to higher powers or exclusive knowledge of hidden truths. Engaging storytelling, charisma, and the ability to evoke strong emotions are their tools of the trade. To recognize these individuals, we must be vigilant. Genuine leaders or spiritual guides often encourage critical thinking, foster open discussions, and embrace questions and doubts. In stark contrast, false prophets typically demand blind allegiance, shun dissent, and instill a culture of fear among their followers. Their teachings can be rigid, allowing no room for scrutiny or deviation. Another telltale sign is the presence of financial schemes. Many false prophets amass wealth by coaxing their followers into donations, sometimes under the guise of spiritual rewards or divine favor. The promise of material prosperity through faith-based investments or donations to their cause is a red flag that should not be overlooked. Moreover, pay attention to the personal lives of such leaders. Discrepancies between their public personas and private conduct often reveal inconsistencies that are hard to disguise. Reports of lavish lifestyles, infidelity, or other morally dubious behaviors can be indicators that all is not as it seems. So, how can we protect ourselves from these wolves in sheep's clothing? First, always evaluate the teachings and claims of any leader or guide with a critical eye. Seek independent sources of information, and never hesitate to question or challenge ideas that seem too good to be true. Surround yourself with a supportive community that values diverse perspectives and encourages open dialogue. Remember, the appeal of a false prophet often lies in their promise of certainty in an uncertain world. But the true journey is one of self-discovery and individual growth, where questions are as important as answers. As we navigate a world full of conflicting voices and ideologies, let us remain steadfast in our pursuit of truth, guided by our inner compass of intuition, reason, and discernment. In doing so, we can recognize the wolves among us and ensure their influence remains powerless over our lives.